Say, you ever look at regular mouse traps and go, not enough property damage? His father was a head shaver. Not a barber, mind you. If a head shaver's a barber, then a ditch digger's an architect. He also moonlit as an alcoholic. His mom, meanwhile, was a literal practicing witch. She was a Fletcher-class destroyer, which, if you know Fletcher as well as I do, you know he's pretty high-class at destroying. Like when he snapped off my DS screen during summer camp because he was trying to get a better look. Didn't even apologize. He was just like, well, you're not supposed to bring video games to camp anyway. Even though everyone did. Fuck you, Fletcher. You were a counselor. You're supposed to be more mature than us. You're the reason I grew up with a lingering resentment towards authority. And my only reprisal is that I got to draw you as a disgusting fat lard for millions of people.
Boy, are my arms tired. Let's see what I missed. Queen's dead, war in Ukraine, the Taliban's back. What is... Holy shit. They made a movie called Scoob.
You, my son, you shall be the one with all the figgy pudding.
This is my painting done by a chimp. One of the Pep Boys is pulling a Spanish Inquisition on this poor wayward harlot. Patented in 1882, it's the revolver mousetrap. In 85, we cut off the arms of a bunch of newts after they realized Big Bird is fucking giant and unwieldy at all times, literally the worst possible choice for a celebrity cameo on a space shuttle. Brought to you by the makers of the Snail Trebuchet and the Cockroach Claymore. And as we know, with great power comes great tomfoolery. Now when you hear a gunshot in the middle of the night, you can rest easy knowing that, one way or the other, there's one less pest for you to deal with in the morning. Gage basically just turned the Earth into a gun, so instead they sent a schoolteacher in his place. And then the Challenger fucking exploded.
It was a particularly warm day for Boston, at around 40 degrees Fahrenheit, well above the freezing temperatures of the past week. Men wore their hats a little less snugly, children huddled about the fire a little less closely, and a metal tank containing 2.3 million gallons of molasses decided to collapse. Tell me, do you enjoy cabbage, Brussels sprouts, kale, collard greens, broccoli, or cauliflower? I mean, I guess I like broccoli and cauliflower. The rest are kind of gross though. Wrong! All 6 of these vegetables are actually the same thing. That means you like them all. That's not how that works. Listen, why do fruit exist? For a delicious, nutritious snack for humans and animals alike to enjoy? I'll be good. And if there's one thing I know you internet people can't get enough of, it's things going inside people's eyeballs.
There is a timeline not too far from this one, where Big Bird is a casualty in the single worst astronautical disaster in history. R is for reflexes. It's common knowledge that if you hold any healthy baby by its feet and then drop it, it'll always land upright. If your baby can't do that, that's a sure sign that it's defective.
Ha! Paintbrush AIDS.
So unfortunately, you're gonna have to find something else to like about these fascists.
Cut to a pack of young hooligans looking for something to do besides bootlegging and getting polio. The next time one of your superiors uses the words mumbo jumbo in a jocular fashion, remember to report them to HR for promoting African wife beating. First, the cow gets to talk to this man. He's called the Sticker. Can you guess what he does? If you said that he gouges out throats for a living, you'd be correct. Time for another hot, steamy load of knowledge dripping down your neck and chest.
A is for abnormality. If your baby seems weird, that's typically a good indicator that it's weird.
When someone today wants to go against society, they dye their hair blue and make a blog post about how there aren't any obese women of color in Super Smash Bros. Hey, remember that time 4 billion giant things died inexplicably? Me neither. Nobody does.
Sloth's sedentary lifestyle is made possible by the fact that the creature has the metabolism of the average college kid, sleeping 16 hours a day and only crapping like once a week. Well, it's completely blue, and it doesn't really want to move at all, but it's got a really fast heartbeat and it's screaming really loudly. I'd give this baby like a 6 out of 10. That's good enough. G still stands for Grimace, just like in the APGAR test, only instead of looking at the baby's facial expression, you just bring Grimace from McDonald's, and thankfully my philtrum was distinct and my upper lip was plump. Next thing you know, you're on Facebook, your friend posted pictures of her kid, all the comments are like, oh my god, he's so cute, what a perfect little guy, and you're the only person there who knows otherwise. And finally, U is for ugliness, just because that might sway your decision on whether or not you want to keep it. Soon as your back is turned, they're off trying to lick another socket or whatever. He's like, well gee whiz Salvakir, for someone who calls himself a president, that's pretty dictatory of you. Well, for someone who calls himself the vice president, that's pretty annoying assholey of you. Sir, all I'm saying is, I'm getting pretty sick of you and that gay hat of yours. I'm not wearing a hat. As president of South Sudan, I order you to put on a hat. Yeah, see? That hat's gay. You're wearing the exact same hat. Alright, fuck you, you're out of a job. Wait, what? Yep, you and your whole cabinet, get out. Now, if the baby passes the test, it gets to go home. But if it fails, then it gets shipped off to the factory and made into R.A.G.U. Till next time, I'm Salmonella, and I'm a fella with rubella.